It's 1986, and the green light has finally been given by the BBC for a brand new science fiction sitcom. Creators Rob Grant and Doug Naylor, together with producer-director Ed Bye, now have to find their interstellar cast.
Our feeling was we want proper actors. We didn't want just sort of stand-up comedians who can't really act. So we went into the process, saw some great actors.
And first up for the part of Lister was future Hollywood star Alan Rickman.
He agreed to come in and talk about it. And he was interested, but he wasn't particularly keen on it being performed in front of a studio audience.
Hugh Laurie was considered for Rimmer, but Rob and Doug agreed to audition Chris Barry, best known at the time for supplying many of the voices on Spitting Image.
Well, sir, let me answer this way. I don't know. Pretty smart for a guy of 103, huh?
I went along to read for Rimmer. I just put my heart and soul into Rimmer for a few readings. And then after a while, I think we got a letter saying, thanks for coming along, but no thanks.
The search for a Smeghead looked to be over when another future film star, Alfred Molina, bagged the role of Rimmer. But who would be his Lister?
The reason I got the part was I was doing a show called Saturday Live with Ben Elton.
My name's Craig Charles.
And I was one of the regulars. I used to do poetry, sort of like angry young man poetry about Thatcher and the police and stuff like that.
Didn't ask if we'd been thieving or where we'd stashed the cash. Didn't take our fingerprints or stupid mugshot photographs. So anyway, he didn't bother doing none of that. He just jumped out the van and hit us on the head, got back into White Maria and left us there for dead.
Paul Jackson was producing it, and he was leaving after the first series, and he was going off to do this curious sitcom set in a spaceship for the Beeb, and he said, I want you to read the part of Cat, because I'm having a few problems. Is it racist or not? Hey! Smooth! I said, no, the part of the cat isn't racist, it's just really cool. Can I be Lister? And Paul said, OK, come and do a read-through. So I went to do a read-through, and first met Rob and Doug. Unbeknownst to me, there were two Mancunians. There's a historic antipathy between Mancunians and Scousers, you know. And I thought that there was no way on earth that these two Manchester lads would let the hero of their piece be a Scouser. But they gave me the part.
Craig's audition wowed Rob and Doug, and he landed Lister. But they had second thoughts about their Rimmer, and so Chris Barry was recalled to pair up with Craig.
Right, corridor 159.
We were sort of working at that first scene, that coming around the corner, you know, with the fixing the chicken soup machine.
Lister, don't hum and don't make any stupid sounds with your cheeks. Lister, one more sound, anything, and you're on report, Miledo. What job number's this? Right, that's it.
We were sort of working well enough together for people to see that there was potentially great chemistry.
With Craig and Chris on board, attention now turned to a deadpan stand-up called Norman Lovett to voice Red Dwarf's computer Holly.
I'd like £1 for every time someone said love it, I bet you do. So I'd have about £6 or £7 by now.
And they said, well, do you want to read for this? Everybody's Dead, Dave. And so I just read it and got it, you know.
Everybody's dead, Dave.
Peterson isn't, is he?
Everybody is dead, Dave.
It was natural, it was just right for me, because I knew this is funny.
Everybody is dead, everybody is dead, Dave.
Wait, are you trying to tell me everybody's dead?
I should have never let him out in the first place.
Now for the trickiest piece of casting. Who on earth could they find to play a cat?
It's got to be an actor who is very agile, is very able to get that feline look and feel.
My foray into television actually happened from being in the dance group, The Second Generation. I was one of Lena Zavarone's dancers at the Beeb back in the day.
Pardon me, boy, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Track 29. Boy, you can give me a shine.
I was used to dressing up. It's very dandy and dapper and show-busy, and which is exactly what the cat is. He doesn't have a passport, he has an equity card.
I'm looking nice, my shadow's looking nice. What a team! We are unbelievable.
I loved the cat character in Red Dwarf, and I could visualize it. And Danny John Jules, in the end, was exactly that visualization. So instead of proper actors, what we wound up with, a poet, an impressionist, a stand-up comedian, and a dancer. Looking back, the best possible cast we could ever imagined.
We're all from disparate parts of the entertainment community, and when you put us all together, who'd know if it clicked or not, but it kind of clicked really quite quickly, and the rest is history, as they say.
In January 1987, as sets were being built in Manchester, the cast of Red Dwarf assembled at the infamous BBC rehearsal rooms in West London, affectionately dubbed the Acton Hilton.
Rather ugly, tall building the BBC had, and on every floor there would be a sort of different sitcom or shows.
You went up to your sort of a gymnasium-type room, and you had the sets laid out, and we sort of rehearsed it up like a play, and it was fun.
There was 4 very different people in that room. There was 2 kind of things going on, trying to gel us 4 people and then trying to gel us 4 characters.
I was always just trying to keep pace with these guys. I'd never acted before either, so I was always just trying to not let the side down.
I think we were nervous, but we were always full of ourselves. There was so much banter going on. Obviously, there was nerves there, but everyone gave full performance.
Everything was in place. Red Dwarf was ready to begin its journey. And then...
BBC management says a full range of scheduled programmes will be broadcast, despite a strike by more than 500 television electricians. They went on indefinite strike at midnight on Saturday.
Just as we were going to start episode 1, there was an electrician strike, so we couldn't film the series, so we just kept rehearsing.
We had to keep doing it just in case they decided to go back to work.
And remember, we've also spent the money on the sets, the costumes, props, everything. And I honestly thought at that stage we'd lost it.
So we thought, wow, this is all over.
It's all to fall flat because of an electrician strike. I was absolutely gutted.
The 8-week strike had caused havoc, and the potential cost of rebuilding the sets meant it looked as if the series, much like Lister, would be stuck in stasis. But one man had arranged for his spaceship to be safely stashed away.
The executive said, well, Peter, you've probably destroyed the sets, haven't you? I said, no, I haven't. Got them stored. Everything's there. Everything's waiting to go. We can remount this once the strike is over. And that was the final point where they said, OK, you can do it again.
A second chance for the series meant that, with extra rehearsal time, the cast could add even more quirks to their characters.
Me and my shadow. Oh, come on, boy.
I just kept seeing all the sort of catty, showbizy, flamboyant, egotistical people I could think of who could go into that image. People like Little Richard, Chuck Berry, Screaming Jay Hawkins, James Brown, dancing, owing. If you listen to all of them, they all sing, ow, you know. Good golly, Miss Molly. They're all up there.
I think Rob and Doug were saying, yeah, Rimsey's got to have a, I think he's got to have a special Rimsey salute. I kind of ended up doing, I don't know, 14 different varieties of salute, you know. What I used to say, it was sort of a long way up and then into 5 turns and then in and then shortest way down. And then you can do a quick one like that.
Coming up, Red Dwarf is launched onto our screens.
I said, look, this is either going to be the greatest thing ever made, or it's going to be the worst pile of poo in the history of television.
And we reveal what the lyrics to the theme tune could have been.
I want to taste lobsters and coconuts. I want to swim nakedly.